gone by so fast, don't you think?
Indubitably.
That word needs to be used more often. For sure.
With that accent. Indubitably.
Doobadoo.
And breakout song.
Welcome back! Especially to you,
Episode-
Berkeley. Welcome. 17.
I can't. 17.
17 again. Great.
Is it that 17?
It's that way. Looks like you're faving your face. 17 again is such a good movie.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore. I actually think it's
No.
probably a pretty bad movie, but I love bad movies.
I would rewatch that one a lot. I loved that one.
That's a really random thing about you I didn't know.
I probably could give you a list of 10 to 15 movies that I rewatched over and over and over again. And that would be one.
Would you say that The Grinch is on there? No, it's not.
I don't watch Christmas movies outside of Christmas time.
Because you don't like to have fun.
Because why be sad that it's not Christmas?
But if you watched a Christmas movie, it would put you in the Christmas spirit that would last year round.
But then Christmas wouldn't be special when Christmas came around.
To ask you a question that correlates to this point. Since Amazon exists and whatever we want, we order and it shows up at our door in a cardboard box and we open it like a present. Is opening presents not as special since Amazon came to the scene?
Yeah, but I know what I'm ordering when I get an Amazon package.
When you get a gift, do you not know what you're getting most of the time?
No, my mom's
Never.
great.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't even remember what she's gotten half the time, so there's no way for me to know.
It's a surprise to both of you.
My mom will hide things for Christmas and find it by Easter sometimes. Like,
Hold on. She hid it and you guys didn't get it. And she found it later on that she was supposed to get
she's
it.
like, where's that thing that I got you? I was so excited about it. And then come 2 months later, she's like, Happy Merry Late Christmas, and brings this thing that's been hidden in the back of her closet for months.
Merry Christmas. That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's epic Easter gifts. No one else does. Only you guys. And I feel like you probably would have a really good list, but I had a realization. I think we had this conversation about when people are asking, everyone has favorite movies. And what does favorite mean to you? I've never thought about that. Like favorite was my most watched or things like that. And we agree, correct me if I'm wrong, that favorite movies means the way that you feel while you're watching them. And and then fill in the blank. And that's to our definition. And so mine's like, what brings me the most joy? Or I guess most emotional stimulation.
Yeah, but it also made me want to watch it a million times.
Okay.
So mine coincide with most watched usually.
Most watched and why? Which makes sense because it, bringing you joy.
Yeah, the hard part though, did you ever see the movie Bridge to Terabithia?
Yeah, but a long time ago because that thing's old.
I loved that movie.
Okay.
But only the beginning because then the kid dies and then it's really sad. But the part where they're
watch it. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, if you haven't watched it by now, you're SOL because it's been out a long time. Just basically showing kids how to be creative is what that movie is about. And bringing a child's imagination to life cinematically was so cool. So much fun.
I'm gonna need to add this to my list. Especially because you so highly of it.
Also a tearjerker. If you want to cry, that's a movie to put on too.
I cry so easily. I hate knowing that the movie's Marley and Me. I will never watch that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I never will. I'm just my eyes are gonna be swollen shut by the end of the movie. I couldn't even watch it. Why am I getting started?
Yeah, but I would recommend Bridge to Terabithia.
It's just so random that it's funny. I even struggle to tell people that my favorite movie is The Grinch because I think they would judge me. And I preface it if they don't know who I am and they it's an early question to get to know someone. I'm like, look, I'm the type of person. I love to be challenged. I love deep conversations. I don't feel like I'm myself if I'm not stimulated and learning about people and new perspectives. But with movies,
this is my asterisk.
I was like, make it easy. I don't want to be confused. I want to be half paying attention and still be able to follow it. And The Grinch is up there. It's number
See, I don't like those kind of movies. I don't want to be bored. I want to be engaged.
Is The Grinch boring to you? It's hilarious.
No, it's funny, but it's also that's also why I love Inception. A movie that you have to watch 3, 4, 5 times to get it, because something new stands out every time. If I'm gonna watch a movie, it's gotta be better than reading a book.
Okay, that makes sense for you, especially because you love reading. I also wanted to make a comment that you saying you love Inception is such a daddy comment. Mommy, daddy, and baby. That is like a man's comment. But I also respect it, like that is, it's very high level. People that are like, my favorite.
It's like the adult version of Bridge to Terabithia.
No way is it actually correlated at all.
I mean, like, you're building your imagination in a dream, like,
Okay,
same concept.
I saw Inception once and I was so confused. I
Go watch it again.
mean, that movie came out, I want to say I was in high school, like 2008, 2009.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. But yeah, it's been a while.
Well, you're gonna figure it out today.
Gonna look it up. Speaking of movies, have you seen the new Michael Jackson movie?
2010.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
No. Did you?
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
So good.
Okay. Did you see it it wasn't in theaters, you saw it?
No, we just watched it at home this past weekend. Yeah.
I have a long list of homework assignments.
That's a good
Inception,
one.
Bridge to Terabithia, write a compare and contrast paper on it, and then watch the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah. Well, and for so long, Good Will Hunting was on that list, and you finally watched that. You still haven't seen it?
Great. No, that's a great.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful movie.
Yeah.
I really respect that.
That one is one that doesn't follow the rule. I love that movie, and I've only seen it 2, maybe 3 times.
And I think it's pretty
It's
straightforward.
heavy. Yeah, that one's heavy.
You don't really have to think in that one. It tells you answers as you watch it. Do you disagree?
No, but it's also like a more mature, like emotions, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's not just fluff.
Right.
It's heavy. Yeah, there's no other way to like it's heavy to me.
Okay. That's a good way to describe it. I want to hear about, we promised people we'd talk about your zine. And how did that come to fruition? Quixotic.
Yeah, Quixotic. It was in my 2nd season overseas. I was living in France, and I remember talking to a friend of mine. Like, we would stay in touch a little bit here and there, and she was getting her degree or had like just graduated or something in journalism, some kind of writing. And she was like, now that I'm out of school, I don't have any, like homework assignments, prompts, things to do. And I was like saying, like, I'm so bored sitting in this apartment, and you have to get done with volleyball, and we're also in lockdown, so like there's just not very much we can do. And so I was like trying to do creative things, and again got my degree in graphic design, so I wanted to do like some like fun design things, but we were both just like, we need some creative direction. And so we kind of created our own creative direction and like a prompt. And when I was in school, one of the projects that we had done was making a zine, and that was like one of my favorite projects. And I also had loved the idea of like layout design and stuff like that. And so typically a zine is like handmade. It's like a handmade book about one very specific something. And people get super creative, but I was like, I didn't want to hand make it because I wanted to spend the time designing it and make it like a publication, but I still wanted it to be more low key than like a magazine or a book. It turned out a little bit more like a magazine, but we did a lot of ideas like that whole time I was overseas. And then when we got back, we kind of put it all together. But we wanted, well, the dream was to further down the road, get more like artists, writers, anything to be able to send stuff in, and we would put it in the zine, but we weren't like, we knew we had to get this first one out. And so we wrote everything that's in it and any of like the photography and the art and stuff. And then I like designed it. And so it was just like a personal project, labor of love, and it was so much fun. And so we ended up putting out like 3 different issues across maybe 2 or 3 years. I can't remember the timeline of it now, but and the saddest part is I have like a 4th issue sitting on my computer that just will probably never get published because it's not finished, but it's like halfway there, and it's some of my favorite stuff, but we're just like long past it now. But there's a lot of like stuff that I'm really proud of in there, and it was so much fun, and definitely just like one of those things where free will, you have this free will to just make this book. We were just talking about this, and we did it. We just put it out there and had a lot of friends who were super supportive and bought some, and we didn't sell that many, but every time we sold enough to break even of like the cost to make it and stuff, which is cool. But
right, those things,
it's not a money-making scheme, but it was a fun.
Yeah. And they're very, I just want to say, whimsical and me, and I just like you guys had a topic, I guess you could say, for each one. Like one was summer, right? And it depended on what time it came out.
The summer is the one that's actually sitting on my computer that we never really came out with, but I can't remember it. Let's see, the first one was like Lost and Found, the second was Symphonies in Silence, and then the third one was Dysphoric Love, or maybe I mixed those two, I don't remember, but some kind of like love that's hard to hold, and like Symphonies in Silence was like contradictions kind of, and so just like wanted the art to, and again, to have a theme, like, direction to take it in based on those things. So
I'm obsessed with the title Symphonies in Silence because when you talked about the contrast. And I feel like they're very elegant words. Like it's one word but has so much meaning. Some sort of an alliteration, both starting with S.
Yeah.
It's cool. And then
Yeah, they were fun.
there's a lot of your writing in them, right? Like, would you call them poems or
Yeah,
short
definitely more like
stories?
poetry and prose. There was.
They're beautiful.
Thanks, yeah. By the second and third one, we had like submissions. We had a couple people submit things. So there's other people outside of the two of us who wrote and like drew or made things that are in there. So that's pretty cool. And like one of them, we ended up turning into a shirt that we sold.
I didn't know
I
that.
thought it might be like right here, but I think it's upstairs. You did, because it's the one that is August's,
Her
that face, that color blocking face. Dang, I'm sad. Yeah, it's upstairs. But that one was really cool. That was a really cool like collab, I guess. But yeah,
They're great for coffee tables. I
yeah,
think they're the prettiest looking. There's no ads, so they're like
yeah,
the prettiest looking things. And you guys like printed them on really nice paper and great colors, and they were very aesthetically pleasing to look at.
thanks.
They were.
Yeah, maybe one day they'll come back, but it was fun while it lasted.
I'm not saying this because I love you. It was truly the best magazine that I've ever held because it's so beautiful, and then the content in it. I just think magazines are mostly ads, so it's just really annoying. I do like the little perfume things because I would rip it open and like rub it all over me. It actually worked. Have you ever done
Yeah,
that with a magazine ad?
yeah, it's
Anyway,
been a while.
so that's the only thing that you guys have missing. But
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
The other fun part that we would do is we would create like a music playlist before we started any one of them. And so like if you go on like Apple Music or Spotify, we'd be like, hey, listen to this playlist like while you looked through it. That was a fun little like add on.
You guys are so creative. You said free will. It's just pretty amazing how much time we have, and it's like, what are you deciding to do with it? And
Yeah.
the fact that you create a
Yeah.
magazine is, I think, great. I think about that randomly with this podcast. I mean, 99% of the time I don't think about it because it's just like catching up with Berkeley, and that's like
Yeah.
the main point. And then other times, like people talk about podcasts, I'm like, oh yeah, I talked about my podcast. So, like, you have a podcast. I was like, it's not even important. Just like move on.
Yeah.
And I was like, I go, you could have one if you wanted to. Just record
Yeah.
yourself and put it online.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know nothing about the technical side. Berkeley does all of that, but you can figure it out. But anyway, it's cool that you guys decided to do that and spread creativity in the world. I do feel convicted sometimes, and I probably should be more convicted to be like, okay, with my free time, what can I do to like help others? So you need to do a better job with that. But anyway, and your name is really creative, Quixotic.
Thanks. Yeah, extravagantly romantic. That's what we
Extravagant.
wanted it to feel like. Yeah.
Again, words that have such weight to them.
What's funny is I can't remember if that's actually like word for word definition or if we kind of like molded it and like made it be that. Because I think it's like kind of that, but not quite. And we're just like, that's just what it's gonna be for us. That's what it means.
I think I looked it up before. I mean, not going to now because I don't want to prove you
Yeah.
wrong, but in my mind, you're right. So we're gonna leave it that way.
Yeah.
I thought it was correct though. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing. You're very talented.
Thanks. Yeah. And you were such a big support. I remember, like, I think we put out that third one while I was still living in Cedar City, and you were so excited about it for me. It's always weird to like put stuff out, put something creative out, and have your friends and family who just love you and be like, oh, this is so awesome. And it's like, yeah, but like, is it good? Like, can you be honest? Like, and sometimes it just like doesn't even matter. There's just nice to have people that love you and are
Right.
excited for the things you do.
It's true. At the same time, I can't not be honest. I would be like, no, that's what I just love you.
You tried really hard. That's all that matters.
I respect the most people that have strengths that I don't have or slash effort. It's like you put so much time and energy and actually built something and have a product. Like I respect that a lot. The man in the arena, I feel like this is something that everyone needs to hear about because I want to, oh my gosh, people, specifically my mom, will like say comments and it's like, well, you're not the person like actually doing it. So like, why not actually try to be the person first? And I just have a lot of respect for people actually doing it. You know what I mean? So here's the man in the arena for those of you that don't know. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. So it's basically saying the guy in the arena is trying, and the person's outside like, oh, you could have done this better, you could have done this. And it's like, you do it. You try it.
Yeah, I love that one.
I think that it's just so, and I just think the world's very judgmental. And so the fact that you just put out a magazine, Man in the Arena, that's you, not me.
Yeah, it's fun. It is funny how, like, I don't see any of that stuff on social media, but the minute that we started doing it, I just saw tons of them. And, like, you see how many people are doing them better or different or whatever. And it's like, then you get this, like, insecurity of, like, oh, we need to do this differently. And it's like, hold on, like, this wasn't even on my radar before I started this. And it's like, now I'm comparing when I just, like, was a cool thing. And so it's crazy, the comparison. And, you know, like, once you're looking for it, that it's all out there. But
right, you did it. That's all that matters. And you put
we
out.
did it.
I hope that fourth one comes out. I really do.
I know. I think about it all the time, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've had enough life experience between them that I could actually write some stuff again, but I was running out of content, you know.
That's hard to believe.
Put all the like most recent breakup sadness in that one. There's been quite a few since then, so
it's like Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah.
Put it into there. You said, speaking of wisdom, your birthday's coming up.
Birthday's coming up. 29? I think that's how old I'm gonna be. Yeah.
Everyone needs to go watch New Girl.
Good old Schmidt.
29? Does he say, don't tell anyone I just said that?
Well, he does it like 3 times. 29? He's like, don't tell anyone I just did that. I can't do that more than once. I don't know how he does it so many times in a row.
That is so good. Birthday is a big deal. Do you want anything for your birthday? Your last year?
No, what's funny, actually, you're gonna love this. So our church does youth camps in the summer. So I just went with we call them the young women, just the girls from like 12 to 17 last week.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad will be going with the boys in a week or so. And they come home on my birthday and they're going to be in Parowan, a little past Cedar City. So it's like, on your way home, all I want for my birthday is pizza cart.
Pizza cart? What day are they coming back?
It's a Saturday. So it's like, you got to go the day before. You gotta go pick it up and then bring it home.
Oh, you're not okay. Everyone needs to know about this. So, how you grew up obviously changes and shapes and molds how you behave. So, something my parents were super anal about were putting things in the fridge so they don't get germs on them, in them, throughout them, anywhere around them. And, you know, I am super weird about that too. As soon as like the food's been sitting out, like just put it in the fridge. And there's a lot of cultures that leave things on the pot, or it's like all day, or just leave things out. It's no big deal. And upon meeting Berkeley, I learned very quickly that she will leave things out. And I did ask you a question, but I think everyone needs to hear the answer. How long will something be sitting out for the longest and you will still eat it? Like, for example, pizza. It has not been in the fridge for
days.
How many days?
Until it's too crunchy to eat.
So it could be like 5.
Yeah. Usually it's not good by then. Like, usually 4 is a...
She knows the range.
Like, I'll eat Cafe Rio and I'll bring it home and I won't put it in the fridge because I don't want it to get cold and I want to eat it a couple hours later. Like,
so there's this like absolutely insane thing that was recently invented called a microwave.
Yeah, but it comes in that tinfoil container, and to move it out to a plate, you would lose all that goodness that's sitting in that tinfoil thing, that it just, like, it's not worth it. Yeah. And then you're, like, heating up lettuce and tortilla, and I just, lettuce.
I love soggy tortillas, though. Weird.
No.
Anyway.
I'd rather take the risk with cultures.
Sitting out. It'd be really hard. And don't you love the chicken bacon ranch one? Mm-hmm. Ranch and cheese and chicken just sitting out bothers me. I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't even.
It's gonna be delicious. My dad, he didn't answer. We were talking about it at lunch today, and he didn't answer. And I was like, I guess we'll just see on my birthday how much he loves me if he comes back with that pizza or not.
Do you think he's gonna get it for you?
I don't have high expectations, but we'll see. Good. Speaking of birthdays, fun fact: do you want to know what I did on my 21st birthday?
I do.
I was in Salt Lake school at the U, and there was this piano bar downtown that I'd been dying to go to. So my 21st birthday, when I turned 21, I went to this bar by myself because I just was like, I think I was one of the oldest on the team, and so I don't know if I actually had any teammates that were 21. And I think we had just gotten back from it. Well, that doesn't make sense. It's in the summer. I don't know what we were doing. Maybe people weren't back yet or something, or the girls who were my age, whatever. I went by myself to this dueling piano bar, and it was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had, and I love that place. Keys on Main, shout
He's
out.
in Maine. That place is epic. Are you the one that told? No, I went with I didn't know you yet, I don't think. And this place is amazing if people ever go to Salt Lake City. I guess I should start with so impressed, like spending 21st birthday. It takes a lot of cojones for someone to do that. So I really respect it a lot.
I love a piano.
Oh my gosh, it's just they're so talented. And since then I've been to two other piano bars besides that one, and they're just not the same. They're really not. Like that one is so great, and they are talented singers, and they play other instruments there too, which is great. Yeah, that's Keys on Main is a good spot. Downtown Salt Lake is just really cool.
It is really cool.
Piano bars.
Yeah, we had some good times. Well, there's also like the Westerner. I mean, I guess it's not downtown Salt Lake, but pretty close.
How many times did we go to Keys on Main? Was it once, twice? Was it more than that?
I think I've only been there once with you.
Okay. And then after that, we went to the Westerner. And Berkeley is really cool because although I'm very sociable and will walk up to people and just like have a conversation, she does things that
I will
I'm not
dance with them.
even comfortable with. Yeah, and she's like, let's dance. And I was like, no, 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 no. And she doesn't mind being like flung around, and just like there's all these steps and turns and twists and lifts and things like
I've been
that.
dropped once blue moon.
And you just shake it off like it's no big deal.
Well, because I knew it was coming. You get asked to dance by someone 3 feet shorter than you, and I'm like, please don't try to lift me. And then they do, and then we're on the ground.
You're like, I knew it was coming.
Fully prepared.
That place is really cool. And they have a bull riding station, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah,
And then
they
they
do.
closed, and I tried to convince them to open it, and they were like, "You will for $100." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Push a button and turn it on. I didn't run a bull that night. That place is really fun.
Yeah, I love that place. We've got one Stonies here, and I just like it's good, but I don't think it's as good as the Westerner. Fun fact though, they are supposed to be opening. So the Stonies is down at I can't remember what we call it. Town Square is what we call it, which is just a little bit off the strip. But supposedly they're opening either another location, or once they open that new one, they're closing this one. It's at like Sunset Station, which is supposed to be a lot bigger, which could be really cool because the dance floor at Stonies is small.
Okay.
They need more
Do
space.
they have live music?
Mhm.
Okay.
Like Fridays and Saturdays, not every day. Like I only think it's open like maybe Thursday to Sunday evenings.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Live music has the key to my heart.
Yeah.
I just wish it existed at all times around on every corner.
Yeah. So you would love to live in Nashville.
I also have thought about if you live in a place, if you go to a place that you really enjoy and then you end up moving there, does it have the same vibe as when you were visiting there? I think the answer is no. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
I've
because
ever
it's like
Nashville.
it's like living here. You don't go to the strip ever. And you're 15 minutes from it.
Yeah.
Where people travel far to go to the strip.
You know what's weird, and maybe it's because I'm being more intentional. I don't feel that way about San Francisco. Like, I
Yeah.
play tourist all the time here. Like, one of the most fun things I've done here is ride on a cable car.
Nice.
Come to visit. I don't know if you've done that before. I think it's so fun. And
Yeah, they're
it's
cool.
so touristy.
Yeah.
So I think San Francisco is different. Vegas is just a lot.
I'm with you. No, I try all the time to go downtown. The hard part is like it's just not I mean, it's not much easier to get around in San Francisco, but it's a pain to get downtown and pay for parking and stuff. And everything's so expensive. Like there's not a whole lot you can do on the strip that's cheap.
Have you seen those progressive commercials? It's like, don't become your parents.
Yeah. I know. That's what it feels like. But I try it like all the time when I would get home from college. I was like, we live in such a cool place, and trying to get friends to go down there and they wouldn't want to go. And I'm like, well, this is like so like I do a lot by myself, but going on the strip by yourself is kind of lame. Like
It's true.
there's not a whole lot to do down there by yourself.
At least it's good people.
Or it's scary.
Right, depending on what time you're on. It's
Yeah.
a little sketch.
Yeah.
Vegas is getting a lot of cool things though. Like
I
you
know.
have a baseball team, and you have
Yeah.
the basketball team, Aces, and you have the Vegas Golden Knights. Sorry, they just lost the Stanley Cup.
So
Maybe a
sad.
little too soon. And am I missing anything? The volleyball team, the Vegas Thrill.
I know. RIP. I hope they come back.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe one of these days. And what else? I think that's all the sports, right? The Oakland, are they going to rename them to Vegas
We have
A's?
oh, actually no. Probably,
Also,
but I'm not
Vegas
totally sure.
Aces.
I know, that'd be kind
Like
of crazy.
Vegas A's.
We have the Desert Dogs lacrosse team. We have women's hockey team that's coming here now. Crazy. We don't have a name yet or a brand, like their new team.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
that might be it.
Speaking of professional volleyball, 'cause I thought about San Francisco getting their new Love League One volleyball team. We have to spread the word, like being avid volleyball fans. Like I
You know,
kept telling people, I'm like riding the train back and I went to a Giants game and it was like the Valkyries game was just getting let out. And did you know that they've sold out every single game since the start of the season?
that's amazing.
I
Love
was
that.
like, wow, that's incredible. And I was like, okay, San Francisco's getting a volleyball team. And they're like, oh, there's a league? Like, yeah, it's only been in existence for 3 years. And I say that a
Yeah.
little sarcastically. And I was like, we just need to get the word out there so people will go. Because I think volleyball is so fun to watch.
The hard part is that team is the enemy, so I don't want to promote them, but
Yeah,
that's
at
okay.
the same time.
There'll
One,
be 2 in LA
yeah,
and NorCal.
yeah, Sacramento
Yeah.
is one's coming. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Last thing to wrap up, because it was a promise. I have to tell you this sleep story. First, when you were growing up, did you come from a sleep supportive family?
Yes.
Okay, so the parents that let you sleep in, not the parents that would wake you up at 7 a.m. And my mom's like, why would I wake you up at 7 a.m.? Like I love the peace and quiet, So
Yeah.
which I had this conversation with this 6'7" guy today. He was like, I slept a lot. And this girl walks by who's like 5'5", and she was like, I should have probably slept more. I was like, I did sleep a lot too. Anyway, I think that for anyone who's listening, if you have kids, like letting your kids sleep, especially when they're younger with all their crazy busy schedules, it's like so important. It's like chores can get done. I mean, obviously it's different if you're doing a family thing or there's sports or going on, whatever it is. But if they don't have to be up, like their minds and bodies are growing. So I'm really very thankful for my sleep supportive family. Anyway, to this day, I still sleep very hard. When someone's like, I didn't sleep very well last night, I'm like, I don't know what that's like.
Can't relate.
Sucks. So, best sleep talking story that I have is the guy I was with at the time told me this because I don't remember anything. And when we travel together, if I start talking to you in the middle of the night, I'm not awake, number one. And number two, if you want my talking to continue, you can't ask me logical questions like, what? Or I can't hear you. Are you awake? Don't ask me those questions. Respond to what I'm saying and try to just statements and act like it's a conversation, and then I'll keep going. Otherwise, my actual conscious will wake up. So apparently, in the middle, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, horrible times. I sat straight up and I started screaming at the top of my lungs 10, 9, 7, 6. And he's like telling me the story the next day, and I was like, what happened? But I got to 1. What did you do? He was like, I don't know. I didn't want to find out. I woke you up. I was like, dang it. I want to know what would have happened when I got down to 1. Can you imagine sleeping in the person who like sits straight up and is like screaming, counting down from 10?
That would be absolutely horrifying.
He said he was telling me this and I was like cracking up laughing because it was so random and he was not laughing.
Like, I was scared.
Like I experienced trauma. I was like, oh, that's really classic.
I experienced real fear in that moment.
That reminds me of Reagan. Berkeley and I had this old player that would record had this app that would record her. And one of her stories was like, the reason why she woke up was because she felt prickly things on her finger. And it's because she was standing on top of her bed, grabbing the fire sprinkler in the hotel room. Like, that's wild.
She was a sleepwalker and would talk and did some, her stories were hilarious.
And she's one of the most naturally funniest people ever. So she was good ones. I love sleepwalkers, not sleepwalkers. That reminds me of Step Brothers. Do you remember the scene when they both were sleepwalkers?
No.
So stupid. One of them put couch pillows in the oven. And so that's how
oh yeah.
That's always knew who it was because I think it's Robert and Nancy are the parents' names. Walk out into the kitchen and it's like destroyed the next morning. And he's like, "Did raccoons get in here?" And then it's like them just like throwing bags of chips everywhere and talking to each other, and
that's hilarious.
So underrated. So thankfully, I'm not a sleepwalker, but
yeah, I can't even imagine that. It's like really terrifying to me.
It's so terrifying
to be a sleepwalker. Yeah,
I think I would completely chain up my house to not leave.
Yeah,
I wouldn't last long on the streets.
Especially in the middle of the night.
They would scoop me right up and put me on that freeway straight south.
Nuts are cute.
With that being said,